Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Queenie, for those who don't know me, reviewing Love Island Australia Season 5, Episode 18. Before I get into it, please make sure to like this video, subscribe and hit the bell, and leave a comment down below. So on Discord, and sometimes in the comments, some people think that the bombs are only going for Reed because he's the only truly available guy. Chloe begs to differ.
I'm attracted physically to Reed. That's someone I could see myself like holding my hand. He's mega cute. Yeah.
So Reed didn't follow me for a chat at all.
No.
No. I'm just victim number 4.
Chloe, she's a good sort. She's athletic, proper rigged up. Rigatoni.
Something's gotta be said about a guy who can get the girls but cannot keep them. And it could be the fact that he's on Love Island, but to constantly be looking for greener pastures would be a massive red flag for me. Why are you always looking for the next shiny thing, the next best thing, the next girl? You're always giving into temptation. That is an issue if you truly want a relationship. Now, if you're just trying to F around, whatever, Reed's your guy. If you want something serious, do not, I repeat, do not entertain Reed. Trent is happy with Georgia because she has now, seemingly, made a decision.
I appreciate you being upfront with Nate as well, and obviously making a decision. I know it hasn't been easy for you.
So this is it now.
100%. There's no one.
Work on this.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
And I hope you're the same.
I am.
I feel the spark with Trent, and I'm so excited to see where this goes. Like, I feel it, and I know he feels it as well.
At first, I was really struggling to see the intrigue when it came to Trent, but the more I've seen him, I've noticed Trent kind of morphs into who he's around. So when he's with Zach, he's insufferable. When he was with Savannah, he was very sexually expressive. He's kind of been like that with Georgia too, but because she's more even keel, I feel like he's been more even keel. This is my personal observation. Maybe he just has been like this all the time and I didn't care for him, you know? But I'm starting to have more sympathy for him, which is crazy because now that he's with Georgia, for the time being, I'm just like, you deserve better. Me saying that about Trent is crazy, but that's just how weird Georgia is. And so as quickly as she jumped into bed with Trent, also, why did they have unopened condoms by their bed? You see this man, he always got sex on his mind, which, okay, fine, we're humans, we're sexual beings, cool, but like, y'all just coupled up and y'all are outside. I mean, well, people be having sex outside, but y'all, anyways, as quick as she jumped into bed with him, she's very quickly realizing, I made a mistake.
Are you good?
Yeah. I'm good. I just feel a bit rattled after last night, to be honest.
Confused?
I feel weird this morning, I'm not gonna lie. It feels weird not waking up next to Nate this morning. I've woken up next to him like every single day.
Yeah.
I don't feel it. I don't feel like this sexual attraction to you.
I'm starting to think that maybe Georgia is poly. Maybe she's poly because the way she genuinely, well, I don't even know if it's genuine or not, but let's just say that it is. She genuinely cannot decide between two people. In my mind, is that not a part of polyamory or polyandry is the other one I think it is? Polygamy. Where did I get polyamory? Anyways, maybe she's a person who actually desires multiple partners in life because I just don't understand. And then she confused me a little bit more because she's like, I'm not sexually attracted to Trent. Wasn't that your major motivation in choosing him over Nate? Sexual attraction. And also feasibility on the outside. Girl, make like she's constantly changing the criteria. She's constantly moving the goalposts. She's making me root for Trent. Oh no, just for that alone, you gotta go. Then this girl wants to run up into bed with Nate and let him know how big of a bad decision she's made.
I was like, the whole time just met Nate. I'm so sorry.
What?
Like, I'm just...
Far out, I haven't even had a coffee yet, and you're telling me these things. I'm like, wow, like...
What just happened?
Dude. Not what I expected to wake up to.
Yeah.
So I think.
She's crazy. Don't you think?
She's just completely Made a mockery out of you.
She's made a mockery out of both of us.
Georgia, I would have never expected this from her, honestly. Like, I thought she was going to be a breath of fresh air in this villa. I enjoyed Abby's presence in the villa more than I enjoyed Georgia's. Goodness sakes. She's a weirdo. Not in real life. Like, obviously, we don't know these people and it's an edited show, but the energy that I would get from her is like, yo, you're on some weird type of time. And unfortunately, everybody's now talking about her because, girl, the villa is but so big and everybody knows what's going on. And she's feeling a way about it, but can I really blame them? You did this to yourself. You really did. This isn't one of those situations where, you know, what was it now? Zach lied on Nate, and then the story that Zach curated in his mind became the truth. You literally are doing this to yourself. To yourself, baby girl. So then she confides in, who was it that she confided in? Was it Tasha? I think it was Chloe. No, I think it was Chloe. She confided in somebody, basically saying, hey, yeah, like, this is just how I feel. Girl, the whole villa already knows how you feel.
Like the whole time I was just thinking about Nate. I felt like I was cheating almost. When I'm with Nate in bed, like everything's so good. Like all I want to do is kiss and cuddle him. When I was Trent, I was like, I don't feel like doing that.
Well, at least you got clarity now and you can kind of focus on
Exactly.
a little bit more.
If you can watch me back. I either be with Nate or I go home. Like that's how I feel. Like I want to go home if I'm not with Nate.
I'm I don't get her. I don't get her. Now she's saying it's Nate or nobody. If she's not coupled up with Nate, she has to go home. Your mind changes every 30 minutes, babe. Nobody can even trust that statement when you say that. Please be all the way for real, okay? With her, everybody's been saying the way that she's moving is shady. But when they're talking to her, they don't want to say anything. They have no problem talking about her behavior, but they will not talk to her about her behavior. She overheard Zach talking about her. I mean, the guys, we don't even need to talk about the guys, but the girls are sitting in her face believing that she is moving weird, moving funny, but they will not tell her straight. And so she thinks she's justified in what she's doing. And maybe to some people she is, but to the majority of the people she's living with, she's not. Why not pull her up on it? Why not let her know, hey girl, you're playing with people's emotions and quite frankly, it's not right. If they have an issue with Reed, they should have an issue with Abby too. Not Abby, what's her name? Georgia. They should have an issue with Georgia too. Like, come on. And then she says, you know, the reason why she's okay with her decision is because Trent was that forbidden fruit and she just had to try it out first because she didn't want to have what ifs. First of all, the forbidden fruit, if you are a Christian, is the reason why we are living in this wretched world to begin with. Honey, do not try the forbidden fruit. Okay? Secondly, if you are constantly wanting to give in to temptation as your partner, how are you supposed to trust that person? Because there will always be temptation. There will always be somebody funnier, more beautiful, more fit, more intelligent. There is always somebody, quote unquote, better. So if you constantly want to go and try this and try that and try that just to always have that person to come back to because, oh, that really wasn't your flavor. Oh, whatever. It's exhausting. For whoever your partner is going to be, that is exhausting. Georgia, you need to work that out, girl. Maybe you should have been on Too Hot to Handle because, So some people in the villa are struggling to make connections. A good amount of people, honestly. There's Abby, there's Savannah, there's Tasha, there's Trent, there's now Nate. It's tough.
Just came out that bedroom. I saw Nikita. She doesn't smile.
Yeah. Andy told me last night he's like pretty much closed off. So how was your sleep with Sabosh? So just like puts in a sleep mask and goes to bed.
It doesn't look like you've got a sexual connection when I see you both in bed.
No.
I'm just shooting my shot here because I feel like I'm the most comfortable talking to you. Maybe like I should have given him a chance more because he's nice and he's funny and obviously I trust him.
What's your plans today? Who are you chatting to? Me?
Sav and whoever else grabs me. Which could be no one.
I'm not surprised that there's some awkwardness in the villa, especially coming from the truth bike. challenge. I always wonder why people want to be so brutally honest. Like, I think there is beauty in being honest, yes, but there's a way in which you can present certain conversations, especially if you haven't had the conversation with your partner. And so some people in the truth experiment were now hearing things for the first time, and so you kind of have to move different. One example is Savannah not being romantically interested as of yet in Seb. So Seb is like, okay, well, let me move on. He now wants to talk to Chloe. Obviously we know Trent and his situation, Tasha and her situation. So they're trying to see if there's something there together. Honestly, at this point, why not? Just try it. At least you're not with flaky people like Georgia and Reed. Try something out. Let's see what works. Let's do a whole mix and mingle and see what's going on, because the whole villa is just a mess. So Nate and Georgia have been making googly eyes at each other across the pool, and they decide to finally just address where they stand with each other.
You made your bed, go lay in it.
I know.
And then the other part of me is still like, yeah, like, Nate, you're the one, like this and that. And I can't help but to feel good about hearing that. I'm gonna leave you guys to it, bro.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm not interested in you at all anymore.
Okay.
I'm not mad at all. I'm just, yeah, it is what it is.
Yeah.
I'm glad that Nate was like, well, if you really did want to talk to Trent, he's right here. Let's just have the conversation right now, you know? I wish that he stayed to hear the conversation, because she be saying one thing and then another thing the next day, and then it's always this he said, she said situation. I feel like he should have stayed in there. That's number one. Number two, Nate, I love you, but you're too nice. Nate is just too nice. And it sucks because you don't want people to become jaded because of how people have treated them and stuff. But I honestly feel like he needs to have his guard up a little bit when it comes to Georgia. I do. I think that there's power in saying, did I really leave my strawberries out? They're about to defrost on my counter. Okay. I do think that there is strength in saying, I want this thing really bad. However, I know it's not good for me. So therefore I need to set up a boundary and protect myself from that. But this man, oh, well, you know, maybe we could try some, maybe what? She has shown you a pattern of behavior that you have already decided does not work for you. Why are we entertaining taking Georgia back? Why? And who's to say the way she's moving in the villa is not going to be how she's moving on the outside? To me, anything I see in the villa is going to be an indicator of what you're going to do on the outside. I don't like when people are like, oh, it's only because we're in Love Island. Like on the outside, things are going to work out better. I have no guarantee of that. I don't know you on the outside. I have to take you for who you are in this environment. And honestly, Georgia has just not been somebody who I would put all my eggs in their basket. So Nate, what is going on? You need to put your foot down, sir. You really do. And the reason why she can keep giving you the runaround is because she knows you're always going to be there to just forgive her. That's why she can do it. She treats you the way that you allow her to treat you. Get it together. In the evening, there's a recoupling sort of and a dumping. Chloe gets to pick who she wants to couple up with, and she picks Reed. Lucky for him, because the superfans have been voting for who they feel is the least genuine. Because he's been picked by Chloe, he's exempt. Lucky. So the guys on the bottom are Zach, Trent, and Seb. The girls on the bottom are Savannah, Abby, and Georgia. Now, Lucinda is feeling away because she's like, are they seeing something about Zach that I'm not seeing? No, we're seeing all the same things. You're just choosing to turn a blind eye to it. And honestly, that's your business. If you want to be with somebody who you already know is a douchebag, who you already know is an asshole, that's your prerogative. There's nothing we could do about that. But when he does act like a douchebag and an asshole in your relationship, don't be surprised, because you knew. So anyways, the guys decide to dump, who do they dump? Abby. And the girls decide to dump Seb. Now, when they're leaving, it's very clear that Abby's just ready to get out of there. But in her exit interview, I was like, now where was this Abby?
Me and Sabosh are doing a definite hotel hookup, you know? We're leaving together, we're staying together, yeah?
Yeah.
I'm sure Abby wasn't moping around all day, every day, but she definitely had this closed off demeanor about her. And maybe that's just because she wanted to focus on Reed. So, okay, cool. But this kind of like jokey, fun, flirty personality probably would have gotten her further if she showed more of it in the villa. For Seb, she was into Seb, right? She wanted Seb in the villa, but I didn't see her put herself out there. So I'm just like, girl, all of this energy, you could have been doing it in there. But anyways, they're gonna be off back into the world. Who knows if they can make something happen. I think there's potential. I don't really know what kind of person Seb is into. It's really a toss-up, but he was laughing at her jokes. And she's a beautiful girl. So I don't see why they couldn't make something happen. You know, try. At least try. And the next episode, it seems like everybody's going to be really expressing how they feel about each other. So it's definitely going to be messy. As always, like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I will see you in the next one.